I think I might be the person who spent the most time at Chappelle's ever in history. I think I still hold that record.
At the time, I was really looking for a place where I would gain access to text. And I was also very much attracted to the value that Darchei Noam places on respect for all different approaches to living a Torah life.
I explored 7 yeshivas before finally deciding to come here, both in America and here in Israel.
So the first place I came to was Midrash Rachel. And I spent 20 minutes talking to Rav Shuren, and I said, I'm done, this is where I belong.
I definitely grew as a person when I was here. Everyone is here geared towards growing. I went from Chappelle's to the Mir, and I've been there for the last 7 years.
I think Chappelle's has a tremendous hashkafa that I think has kept me very strong while I'm still in the army. It seems to keep everyone strong wherever they go.
It challenges you and encourages you not only to ask questions, but to really find yourself in that pathway of who you are.
They really worried about the whole person, not just the learning skills and the technical side of being observant, but how you interacted with your wife, how you interacted with your community.
What I found at Chappelle's is it was going to be at least as challenging as a Princeton education, and as it turned out, I found it intellectually more challenging, more rigorous, but always connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Was always connected to being a better human being, was always connected to the Jewish people.
What I learned at Midrash Rachel has carried on through how I live my life as an observant Jew, how I teach my children.
The effect of Chappelle's is the effect of Torah. If Torah flows in, then you just have a brighter, more beautiful, smoother life. And Chappelle's facilitated that for me.
Frankly, it strengthened our marriage also. And it gave me the skills to be able to learn with my children, which is something that I'm grateful for the rest of my life.
The 2 most important years that I spent were the years I spent at Darchei Noam. That's what gave me a sense of rootedness in who I was. That's what gave me a sense of what kind of family I wanted to create, what kinds of aspirations I wanted to have, what kind of education I wanted to give my children. And that's an awful lot to get in 2 years.
Everybody grows while they're in yeshiva. Everybody grows while they're in seminary. Our goal is to give you the tools to empower you to continue growing after you leave yeshiva, to continue growing after you leave seminary. Every person has to find their uniqueness and channel that uniqueness towards an impact.
Give your uniqueness to the community. Give back to the community. Help build a community. And what we see is that the Chappelle's people and the Midrash people feel empowered because they have a lot to offer.
Very often they're at the forefront of the learning initiatives, of the chesed initiatives of many, many communities. Education doesn't end with just leaving the walls of the yeshiva or the seminary.
And if you so desire to allow us to help you to grow and to continue within the community that you've grown with and develop, and the Torah that you've learned and the approach that you've learned and the hashkaf of the yeshiva that hopefully you appreciate. And I see it as it should be a lifetime thing.
We're so proud of our alumni. They really make an impact on the Jewish world wherever they are.
I think people should be involved in the organizations that they benefit from. And I think people should be involved in the organizations that they believe make a significant difference in the lives of the Jewish people. And with Darchei Noam, you have both.
My husband and I are proud to support Darchei Noam because if you enjoyed your experience there and it impacted your life and it influenced your life as positively as it did for mine, it's an important thing to give back in whatever way that is possible. And it's really, I think, just sort of that hakaras hatov, that recognizing what the school did for you and sort of passing on that kindness to the next person.
To support Chappelle's means to support these generations and the next generations and many worlds after that. Because what it's doing, it's helping now and forever to be able to fulfill what we need to do here.
I know that I certainly was a recipient of generosity when I came here for the help that others gave. And it's an opportunity to continue that tradition. And to be able to continue to support that family. That's what you do for family, right?
We have a very, very special debt because you know that your Rebbeim and your teachers and the people who ran the institution, really, they would do everything for you. I mean, they put themselves out for us time after time after time without having to be asked. So now when we know that we have the ability to give that experience to other students, to me it's a sacred obligation, and I'm reminded of that obligation by staying connected to the yeshiva.